Wicked here, and it is Fun Draw Friday. All you're going to need today is a pencil and an eraser. And since y'all seemed to really like Sonic or Shadow the Hedgehog last week, I figure we do one more. And then obviously I'm going to go back to changing things up. And I think we're going to go Sonic this week, but we're going to do Super Sonic. Okay? So first thing I'm going to do is we are going to start with a circle. So make sure you sketch lightly. Okay? So I'm going to start with a circle. Alright. Now, I know I want him to kind of have a turn to his head, so I want to kind of make this curve 3/4 of the way down. Alright. So I'm going to start building some things up first before we get further with it. So let's go ahead and draw up the face shape. Okay, so we're going to draw that down. And we're going to draw another one coming out this side, right over here. Okay. So now that I have that, I'm going to go ahead and start building up the rest of his body. Okay, so I'm going to kind of make this shape here. And poke his chest out a little bit. Okay, so now we have that body shape. And then I want to get his shoulder in here. So I'm going to have a circle. And we're going to have our arm come out this way. Alright. On this side, I'm going to have another shape for our shoulder. Right here. Alright. And then we're going to build up the glove. Sketching that out for now just because we're going to change that up and make it look a little bit more epic. But for now, we're going to come down in here and draw this shape for the hand here. Okay, then we're going to come out with our thumb. Let's make that thumb a little bit bigger. Let's come out a little bit more with it. Like that. Okay. Kind of curve up there. So arch the hand out. Okay. And remember, pause the video if you need to in order to keep up. Alright, so I'm going to put like a slight curve here for the finger. And then do one more. Come out. Other finger in front of that. Okay, but I'm going to leave that there for now because I like to work evenly. So I'm going to come back over, kind of curve down. Alright, and I'm going to stretch this one out. And curve that in. The finger. This. Let's just make a little line in front, just kind of separate. Okay, I'm going to come out this way with another finger. Kind of come out, put a slight curve to it. And we're going to round that back like that. And come down with the finger that way. And now we're caught up with this one. Okay, so I'm going to come arch a little bit here. erase that back some. Okay, so we have our hand out. Alright, then I'm going to get my legs like this. Okay, I'm going to come this other side. Do the same thing. I'm going to bring my legs down this way. Like that. Okay. Again, we're going to just kind of sketch in the shape of the shoes, because again, we're going to do something a little bit more epic with that. So this will just be a placeholder for now. We'll go around this way. Okay. And I'm going to draw my shoes out. Let's come back over here so I can keep them nice and even. Erase some of that sketchiness. Okay. And we want to get that edge on the shoe. Alright, I'm going to do the same on this side. Kind of curve that out. Bring it back. And let's shorten it some right there. Clean up around the edge like that. Okay, so I'm going to come out and come down, and let's curve that up there. Okay, now we have our shoulder here. Let's cut that back just a little bit. It might be sticking out too far. Okay, and right in here our other hand, so I'm going to make a small line like this. Again, we're going to do something more epic with the glove edges. So I'm just going to, for now, sketch that out like that. Okay, let's work in another hand. And we'll have our thumb. That. Come out. I kind of connect that there. And we want to get like a fist shape, so I'm going to keep it even. Again, I'm going to come on this side. I'm going to swing that out just like that. Get me a pinky in here. Bring the rest of that up. Over. Okay, so we got ourselves a nice little fish shape. Close that off. 3, so Alex got 5 hands, so let's do this. Let's come over and add one more. Just a little bit. Let's draw us another line coming up. Okay. So now that I have all that, I'm going to start adding in our details and start working up this picture. Okay. So first thing I'm going to do is we're going to draw the nose in here. Okay. So I'm going to curve that out. Erase everything on the inside there. Okay. I'll put me reflection right there, and then I'm just going to color in the nose nice and black. Okay, and the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to clean out this area down in here. Okay, placeholder in for the face. May or may not change, it just depends. What I want to do is erase this line up just a little. Okay, I'm going to start from here. And I'm going to curve this up. This way. Just like that. Then I'm going to come off the cheek. Like that. Erase that back. Okay, so we want this to continue. So I'm going to imagine I'm drawing through the eye. And we're going to come out and arch back. I'm going to come off my cheek here. And curve that. Okay, so now I have that set up. We can start building out from there. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is we have our face here, right? So I want to make sure that everything stays even. So I'm going to actually start with it's kind of a look here with his eyebrow shape. Erase that part there. Okay. And then we're going to do his ear. Just like that. Go across with it. Okay, so now I can clean it up. That spot. Now we want to make a line here. Go up a little bit taller. Thicken that out like that. Okay. And now what I can do is clean up the rest of this spot. Okay, I can come over here and we can draw in this side of the face. Just like that. Okay, if we go back just a little bit, we can draw this second ear. So I'm going to draw that line first, then I'm going to give it an edge. And go back, come across. Just like that. And I can go above it just a little bit. That back that way as well. Let's bring it back just a little bit like that. Okay. And then let's start from the top of our ear. Let's go this way and come down like this so we can shorten the ear just a little bit. Okay. We want that ear to come down just a tad in front of it. Alright, then we're going to take that back this way, just like that, and then we're going to curve it up, and then curve downward. Let's make it easier. Let's come over here to the ear, just so we can keep things even. Let's come down this way, like that, and make a line. And then start to go out, and then in that kind of region right here we can close that part of the hair off. Okay, so I'm going to come out this way, make a line. Again, we want to keep things even, so I'm going to come ahead and come down here. Let's go ahead and build out that shoulder. I can erase all this right here. Just build me a line back like that. Okay. So I can come off my shoulder here and draw that first hedgehog spike off the shoulder. Okay. And now I can get the side of the face here. You don't have to draw the whole thing. Shoulder. let's go ahead and darken and refine these lines down here on the face so they don't look so faded. Okay, so if I look from my ear, I can follow that down to right in here. I can make this shape like that for the head and curve that out. And then I can come off here and go out some. And then I can curve it up and bring it back this way. Just like that. Okay, now let's do the other side. Let's come off this ear here. Gonna curve out and curve down. And we're gonna come off the side of the eye here. I'm gonna turn that down. Curve out again. Curve all the way down. Actually make it come off the shoulder a little bit, just like that. Okay, so we can go ahead and connect that to the back and go ahead and straighten this arm out with a solid line. Solid the body right here to the leg. Now let's make a little bump here and go down just to show that bend in the back. Okay, so now we can make the tail. Like that. Okay, and we also need to do the upper part of the body. So if we come right here and pass just under the chin, we can arch that around and come down and then curve, and we can make that line solid. And I can come right off of that down into the leg. Come up this way, put a slight curve, and then pass the leg in front. Right there. So now I can clean up inside. Get rid of all that sketchiness. Okay. Now let's go ahead and put an eye in here. I know we're jumping around a lot, but I'm kind of just going with it. Okay, so we got ourselves an eye. We can put a little circle here. Color that in black. And because he's kind of looking that way some, we're not going to see all of it. So we can kind of put a line here for the other eye. And like I said, we're not going to see all of it, so it's okay. Alright. So now, remember, I said we were going to do something cool with the gloves, okay? So since he's powering up, when we do like a thing with Goku, right? And since he's going supersonic, we'll make it kind of like a Super Saiyan. Maybe his clothes and stuff are getting torn up a little bit. Okay, so let's curve this up. Start tearing up the cloth on his gloves, and it'll make it look more epic that way. Okay, so we can erase out this inside like that. twist this way and connect it, and this will help give it a little bit more motion, like he's powering up. Okay, so we can just have like a piece of cloth coming off that way. We can go ahead and go around it and solidify the hand. Just refine those lines like that. Okay, now we're going to come over the other side. We're going to kind of do the same thing here. So we're going to come up, kind of tear up the cloth. Remember, pause the video if you need to. Okay, so we're going to kind of come up and go out and then curve in. And clean up the inside there. Tear a piece here. Just pass the line in front. Just have that come out and connect to the thumb. Just like that. Okay, let's come across this torn piece here. And we'll tear it up just a little bit more. Okay. Kind of ripping up Sonic's gloves here. Okay. I want to kind of refine this area. Okay, we have our line work here. Go ahead and go around the fingers. Refine those up. Make sure you clean out any of the sketchiness. And I'm just going around my fingers, darkening those up. Okay. So we can put like a torn piece in here. Alright, so now that that's in there, we can complete the hair. Okay. So let's go ahead and curve the hair out and go back behind the glove, just like that. And then it's going to come out over here. Okay. Now we're going to do that same kind of torn up look for the shoes. So we're going to kind of tear it up just a little bit. Bring that in. Okay, we're going to bring a line around. And a few little torn pieces here. Come in, go back to the leg here. Okay, so I'm going to take this part out, come in, just go around the shoes. Actually, let's bring it down a little bit. Let's come this way with it. Inside area. Bring that in a little bit. Okay. So now we're going to come down and around this way. Come in. And again, we want to kind of tear it a little bit. So now we have that cool little, torn effect. We can add some pieces of cloth coming off right here. Okay, so I'm going to come down some right here, and we're going to make our little band that comes across, a white band. Erase that. Finish refining the shoes. It's simply just tracing back over what you got, just to darken it up, make it solid. Okay. Same thing on this side. I'm going to curve it around. And we're just going to solid those lines out. Okay. So now our Sonic is now supersonic. What we're going to do is, at least what I'm going to do, you don't have to do this part, but I would say stick around because I am going to put like a powering up aura around him. So I'm going to go around and thicken up the lines to make him pop. Again, you don't have to do this part, but I am going to put like I said, a power charge around him. Anything that has an outside line, I'm just going to go around and thicken that up. And only the outside. I'm not going to do anything on the inside of the character. Okay, and what that'll do is that'll pop him off the page a little bit, make him stand out some. And again, all I'm doing is just making the outside line thicker and dark. Up to like I said, what that'll do is it'll make him really pop off the stage, especially when we get the little power up aura going around him. So see how that side is kind of sticking off more like a comic or a manga? That's what we're going for here. Just follow the character around. And as always, while we're finishing this out, feel free to share your work with me on my Twitter at WickedArt5. I'd love to see how you guys are doing. I do have a Wicked Art Facebook page that you could join. Share your work on there with me as well. Alright, so I'm going to continue down to the fingers. And like I said, the reason why we don't shade any of these things, I've said it in my other videos, I want you to be able to add your own flair to it by being able to color it. If you wanted to make any changes, it's no big deal. Maybe you want to draw some Chaos Emeralds floating around him, so you can show that he's just turned into Supersonic from that. And I know this part takes some time, but in my personal opinion, it's all worth it when you're done, because he's starting to pop off the page. It's really going to give him that cool look, make him stand out. And it'll be that much cooler when you show your friends. Okay, so we are almost done. Just going to get these shoes done, and then we're going to put that aura around them. Like I said, this is not necessarily a departure. I do love Sonic the Hedgehog, and we will draw more Sonic characters. Just, I like to kind of switch it up every week, though. But since you guys seem to like it so much, I figured I'd let you get one more. But next week it'll probably be a different character, but we will at some point come back. And thought it'd be cool to do like a Knuckles, maybe a Tails, or maybe one of these days we can do the two Sonic fighting a character, or maybe blowing up one of Robotnik's machines, something like that. Okay, so now that we have that done, what we can do is we can draw these thick lines like this. Save us having to go back and go over it again. We just kind of put this around him, almost like I said, Goku from Dragon Ball. Okay, let's keep it even. Let's go on the other side. Right? So it looks like he's got that energy powering up around him. Okay, so I'll pull this down a little bit just so you can see it. I'm gonna go that way. Put a little one here. And then just meet it up here at the top, like that. Okay, so now it looks like he's powering up. You could put a few lines around the hand if you wanted to. Other than that, just a few motion lines in front of your character can work too. Now I don't want to cover Sonic up, so I'm going to leave mine alone, but I was just showing you an idea of what what you could do. Okay. So I'm going to erase those lines out. Okay. And that is going to do it for our Fun Draw Friday. I hope you had fun. Hope you learned a little something. And until I see, if you like what you're seeing, of course, subscribe and like the channel. If not, you're just here having a good time, that's cool too. Remember, you can check out the merch and the link in the description. And until next time, keep sketching, have fun, and I'll see you in the next video.